Street support of the New World Order, Bishop Grady laying on what the fuck going on. So we actually see expect another cold front coming to the country by in early March. Actually, they're expecting to see 20 to 30 degrees below what we would normally see around this time. The groundhog is not coming out the motherfucking ground for Groundhog's Day this year. It's straight like that. Everybody better bundle up because this shit is not over. They talking about it's gonna feel like it's in the middle of the winter when it really should be the beginning of spring. So stay tuned, see what's going on. Bundle up, man. And this is why, like, you know, some would say that we need to focus more on renewable energy. So that goes to what my sign out tag. What is that? Green, war, and graduation. For the New World Order, Bishop Grady Lane, I know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. So Pakistan and India is, tensions are increasing where Pakistan is claiming that actually have shot down 2 Indian military fighter jets and captured 2 Indian military pilots. And at the same time, India is saying that they actually foiled a Pakistani attempt at bombing one of India's military installations. So it seems like it's a lot of drama over there. Now keep in mind that these countries have been, ever since 1947, they've been in war in 2 separate wars. So this is looking like it might be a third one possibly. People will worry because they're both nuclear powers. There's said to be 100 nuclear warheads amongst the 2 of them. So, you know, this shit could always go left. So everybody, you know what I mean, stay tuned, stay focused, man. Green war and graduation. For the New World Order, Bishop Grady Lane, I know what the fuck going on. So the House of Representatives, you know, that part of Congress that consists of a whole bunch of motherfuckers from every state, and they all get together in disarray and vote on shit and hope that it gets, that they come to a consensus about some real clear shit. Well, they came to a consensus, 245 to 182, I believe, were the numbers where they voted to block Donald Trump's stupid ass national emergency declaration. But now, here's the kicker, it has to go through Senate. And Senate, even if it gets past the Senate, because it actually is a majority Republican Senate, even if it does get past that, Trump still will have the power to veto it because it'll fall very short of the 2/3 of the majority of Congress that it would need for the veto to be overridden. So, you know, we'll see what happens. Stay tuned. Green war and graduation. The New World Order, Bishop Grady Lane, I know what the fuck going on for this BFN report. So the House Oversight Committee, a committee within the House of Representatives that actually gets together to actually grill the fuck out of some of these government departments, to hold them accountable for what they're supposed to be doing. They actually grilled the fuck out of the Department of Homeland Security and Department of Health and Human Service reps over this family separation at the border situation. So apparently there's a lot of kids being separated from their parents, but they're not keeping track of what's going on. So you have potentially thousands of kids out here and, you know, given to families that weren't properly vetted or, you know, probably just lost in the sauce. And let's keep it real, we in an era where there's a lot of organ harvesting and stuff like that going on, so that's definitely on the table as well. Nevertheless, the representatives from there admitted negligence. Now there's thousands of reports of sexual abuse that have been taking place ever since 2014 during the Obama era. Something to think about. Green war and graduation. The New World Order, Bishop Grady Lane, I know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. So they are actually trying to bring back, shout out to the Alabama Senator, Alabama Congress member Terry Sewell, or Sewell. I might not be saying your name right, pardon me, but this congressman actually introduced the bill called the Voting Rights Advancement Act, which is designed to actually bring back some of the rules that were lost from the 1965 Voting Rights Act before it was gutted essentially back in 2013 by the Supreme Court thing. Shout out to Senator Patrick Leahy of Vermont as well, because he's introducing the Senate version of the bill where they want to bring back to where local and state officials have to get federal approval before they actually make changes to the voting polls. And that might have did a lot in these past elections in this past fall, especially in Georgia, man. Green war and graduation. For the New World Order, Bishop Grady Lane, I know what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. So the House of Representatives overwhelmingly voted yes to the Natural Resources Management Act, which basically added 1 million acres of protected wilderness. It added 4 new national monuments, expanded the land of 8 national parks. 2 national parks in particular got almost about 370,000 acres added to them for protection from mining. 2 of these national, one of these being actually Montana's Yellowstone Park. In the bill, the act, it also reauthorizes the Land and Water Conservation Fund. So it's a win for environmentalists, especially in the Trump era where these oil tycoons have been allowed to run rampant. But these motherfuckers, there's nothing off limits. So something gotta hold these motherfuckers in check. The activists can't do it all by themselves. So and shout out to them too. Great war and graduation. The New World Order, Bishop Grady laying on what the fuck going on for this BFN report. So over in Toledo, Ohio, they actually set up what is called the Lake Erie Bill of Rights. What is that? They actually gave the lake itself human rights almost. Basically the right to a safe and healthy environment. And if that is infringed upon by anybody, the residents are allowed to sue whoever that is, whatever company that is. So of course, big business, agriculture, and big business, industrial, were lobbying against that, trying to get that keep that from being a thing. But nevertheless, it is, and it's pretty monumental because it's the first of its kind, and activists had to push for years to even get this thing acknowledged by government. So our people, we should, the rest of y'all, everybody who see this, we should take note. We might want to do that to some of this land that's in the middle of our hoods or whatever. We could get some more natural foods in our neighborhoods or whatever the fuck. I don't know, something to think about. Green war and graduation. The New World Order, Bishop Grady laying on what the fuck going on for this Black Fox News report. So speaking of black, Chicago is actually going to elect its first female black mayor. So that's a huge thing, and whoever it is will be succeeding Rahm Emanuel. See, what happened was there were actually 14 people running for mayor, and none of them had enough votes to just be the outright winner. So the top 2, Lori Lightfoot, who's actually an openly gay black woman, and Toni Preckwinkle, I think I'm saying her name right, another black woman, and they would be actually running off for that seat in April. But no matter what, as you can clearly see, the mayor would be a black woman. So that's pretty progressive, and they could use that healing, especially after the Kwame Donald situation. Shit, you might even say after this Jussie Smollett situation. So stay tuned. Green war and graduation. Reporter of the New World Order, Bishop Grady laying on what the fuck going on. So over in Erie, Pennsylvania, 1,700 workers at Wabtec Locomotive Plant are actually on strike as of yesterday. So Wabtec actually recently did a $11 billion merger with electrical appliance giant General Electric. And GE actually owns this particular company, and since now new management is taking over, they're talking about they want to cut the workers' pay and actually use that pay to get new hires. They're talking about making mandatory overtime hours, bunch of shit that working motherfuckers don't like, especially motherfuckers that's backed by a union. Now the union that's at play here in particular is United Electric Local 506, and they're not having it. They're taking a stand. They even got Bernie Sanders to writing a letter to the CEO, who called them out, basically saying, "Yo, you made $256 million last year. Got a $3 million signing bonus. Cut the shit. Green war and graduation." Reporter of the New World Order, Bishop Grady laying on what the fuck going on. So over in Oakland, California, actually 96% of the teachers are on strike, and this is the 5th day of strike that they're on. They're demanding smaller class sizes, higher wages, more resources for the students. And it was Oakland's Education Association that actually said that 96% of the teachers that are actually on strike. That's a lot of motherfuckers, yo. Because you got to think about all the common day people that be like, "Nah, I ain't going to risk it. I need my job. I need my job." You know what I'm saying? 96% is a lot. So, you know, the power of the people is definitely present over that motherfucker. Salute to all of them, and they gonna get what they want. If the rest of what's going on around the country is very telling, but there's been a lot of teachers actually going on strike. So, you know, salute to everybody, man. Get your motherfucking money, man, because they not gonna just give it to you. You gotta take that motherfucker. So, we in war and graduation. The New World Order, Bishop Grady Lane. I know what the fuck going on for this BFN report. So the United Methodist Church, which actually has 12 million members worldwide, actually voted Tuesday as a body, as a church, whatever, and the vote came out 53%, 47% against gay marriage and having gay clergy. So it pretty much upholding a ban that they already had set. So what was actually more revealing is the fact that 47% voted otherwise. So it's leading to talks about, you know, actually splitting up the churches, getting a LGBT church alliance essentially, where there'll be a string of churches that are accepting to gay people. What I don't understand for the life of me though, gay folks, is why would y'all be in a religion that's condemning y'all? You know what I'm saying? They not really understanding your plight. So, you know, but that's not really for me to be in understanding or not. So be it. We in war and graduation. Order the New World Order, Bishop Grady Lane. I know what the fuck going on for this BFN report. So over in Jakarta, Indonesia, pardon me, there's actually a collapse at a gold mine, at an unlicensed gold mine. Now, unlicensed gold mines are actually really very prominent out there. Indonesia accounts for 3% of the world's gold that's out on the market, and I mean, a lot of that comes from a specific mining site that they have out there in the Papua province, actually, and it's worth about like $40 billion. They got about 20,000 workers, but nevertheless, this particular unlicensed gold mine actually collapsed and it buried 60 people. So this shows how desperate people are for the bread out there. There's one confirmed dead. There were 14 that were injured with a wide range of severity to the injuries, and you know, they gotta find the other 45. So we'll see what happens. Green war and graduation.